Today we're going to take a look at some garbage job postings in which I show you some red flags to look out for. A lot of the jobs I'll be showing you today will be development jobs. However, the premise, the red flags and things you can take away, I think are pretty universal to most jobs. And then at the end of the video, I'll show you what I think are some cool job postings or some fair job postings. To begin with, I'm going to show you this front-end web developer, and this is an in-office position, so that's red flag number one. They should at least be offering hybrid. The second thing here is pretty clever, to be honest. It says, we will guarantee to beat your current salary by at least 10%. In order for them to do that, you have to tell them what you're currently making. And that just opens a whole can of worms. If you tell a company what you're currently making, they're going to try, usually, to turn that into a way of negotiating. Well, you're only making this much at that company. Why should we give you so much more? It's unrelated. They want to pay you based on what someone else thought you were worth, you know? That's kind of how I see it. This is just something that looks nice to someone looking for a job at first, but then once you think about it, it's like, oh, I have to tell them what I'm making, and then they're going to use that to bargain with me. Now, I figured we'd just change it up a little bit. It's not a developer job, it's just a meme. So it's a CEO trainee. I mean, I've made skits about CEO interns, and I mean, like, the skits are coming true. It's not supposed to happen this way. The ideal candidate will join virtually the management team of a new company because they don't actually have the name of their company. It sounds legit already, right? The exact title is to be determined. It could be a chief operations officer for all we know. What will you be doing as the CEO trainee? Well, you'll be spending 10 hours every week working with the team, leading the fundraising efforts representing the new company. The candidate would end up learning everything that is on the dashboard of a biotech CEO and will take the lead in presenting to prospective investors. Depending on time and availability, you might be able to work on 2 new companies in parallel. So now you're working for free for 2 unnamed companies, which might have the benefit of seeing how 2 assets compare with each other in the real-world setting. The candidate could potentially assume a role in the new company after financing is secured. So go round up a bunch of money, get a bunch of investors hyped up, and then they're telling you that you might have a paid spot. You know, the person who did all the work might get a chance. LinkedIn, take this off. Take this job off. This is a joke. Qualifications, they want you to have a PhD or an MD to work for free. Yeah, sure. Ability to hustle and be resourceful. You're going to have to pay for this. All these things cost money, and this position is unpaid. And this is not volunteering. This is a job that's just unpaid. You can put volunteer all you want, but we know it's not. So here's a junior software developer position. I'm just going to scroll past a lot of this stuff and come down here and say they want 5 to 7 years hands-on test automation or development experience. Junior software developer, 5 to 7 years experience. So I'm going to assume the person who wrote this has no idea what they're writing, because if you look more into this, you can see they want you to be an entire IT department. Now we have this next job, FullStack Web Developer here. This is another example of someone writing a job post that has no idea. So typically FullStack Web Developer, you're doing front end, back end. You're doing a little bit of everything. But at this company, you will be uploading, updating, and maintaining product listings on our website. Think that might be someone else's job. You will write informative product descriptions and titles consistent with established brand voice using style guidelines. You will research product information and materials and take spec measurements. I don't feel like a lot of full stack developers are pulling out rulers every day. You will write effective and compliant SEO meta titles. This is someone else's job. You will inspect product condition and cross-check against product images. And then you compare the physical product with images that maybe you had to take. Are you a photographer too? Who knows? You will maintain all e-commerce operations and assets in an efficient, organized, and timely manner. You know, this is like an entire company, right? Maintaining e-commerce operations, that's a company. You'll also maintain all physical inventory in an organized manner while in the process. You'll use online resources to research firearm terms, packing and shipping online orders as needed. This doesn't feel like the optimal use of a full stack developer's time. And then they want 3 to 4 years experience working in retail. This seems like a strange ask. And then down here they have benefits, which is medical, dental, vision, after 90 days. In my opinion, companies that offer benefits day one, those are companies that respect their workforce. That shows their investment in you, and to me, that could be an indicator of something good. So in my opinion, this job has no idea what it wants. And the last garbage job we have here is for a junior web developer. And the company is actually called garbage dream. They want 3 years of front-end development, 3 years of CSS, and 3 years of Angular. In my opinion, they're probably trying to use this title to get someone that's just about to be mid-level, but they don't want to pay mid-level, so they use this title. And then you get $19 to $24 an hour in Pomona, California. And I've already calculated out what you'd get every month if you're getting paid bi-weekly. So you'll be taking home $1,300 every 2 weeks. I mean, that's really difficult to live on. Full-time, in-house, they're looking for a junior web developer superstar looking to join a fast-paced, rapidly growing automotive marketing agency. I probably wouldn't apply to this job unless you were in desperate need for money and you just wanted to code. Let me show you something else. This is a web development intern in Madison, Wisconsin. They're paying $21 to $23 an hour as an intern. 0 years experience, you're being paid more than this position right here. And you can see, according to this cost of living comparison chart, Pomona, California is 36.4% more expensive in general. So you have much more purchasing power in Madison, Wisconsin. Those dollars go further. Now, this is a job position that I thought was pretty interesting. It's for junior software developers, and it says start your career right -FS Poly. What is -FS Poly? Well, that means full spectrum polygraph that you have to take, like a lie detector test, before you can go work here. If we put that to the side for a minute, if we look at their compensation packages, it says competitive salary. Please list the salary if you're going to say that, but 100% paid premium on healthcare. That's actually pretty expensive for your company to do. They don't have to do that. 5 weeks of flexible PTO. For a U.S. company, that's a lot of time off. And get this, you'll also get time off for any overtime hours you work. That's actually pretty cool. You get a 16% 401k contribution, which is pretty huge. Even better, they have several contracts with partial telework. So that's pretty cool. I thought this was a pretty interesting position for a junior software engineer. Last but not least here, we have what I think is probably one of the cooler job postings I've seen in quite some time. It's for a junior software engineer, and it's for Upbound at Work. Now, what this company does is it offers people with disabilities the ability to connect to internships and employment. I think that's pretty cool. I get a lot of emails from you, the viewers, that say, hey, I can't do this, I can't make it to the office, I have this condition, so on and so forth, and I'm having a really difficult time getting any interviews. It just sucks because I need insurance, and it's tied to your job, and I don't have a job, and it can be really difficult. It can be a really difficult downward spiral. I thought this was a cool job posting. And I thought the pay was actually pretty right in line. So between 40 and 90, you're going to be getting what, 65K? Pretty cool to end this video on. Something positive. You guys want to see positive. So I'm giving you that. I think it's cool. Something I wanted to show you. If you learned a thing or two in this video, let me know. Click that like button if you want to see me roast some garbage jobs some more. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the live stream tomorrow, where we will be roasting some resumes for your benefit in, the kind way to help you at least, take off some red flags on your resume to help you get employed. That's what you're looking for. Having said all that, I'll see you guys in the next one.